Aaron here, Fast Forward Race Cars. Hey, welcome back to the channel. Hey, we're on part two of this roll cage build for this 71 Nova. And we didn't get a lot done this week, but there's a couple bars in there I wanted to show you. And these are bars of the last of the hard to bend bars. And I want to kind of show you what we did, and then show you little pointers that I do when I do that. But let's take a walk around here. So as I mentioned before in the last video, I was doing this bar here. This is what I call a visor bar. This is where obviously where the sun visors would be. And as you look how tight we bent that, it's like literally touching the headliner. And another thing I want to note, this bar is just sitting in here. It's not forced in there or anything. It's just basically pushed up there with just a little bit of pressure. And the thing is, you don't want to be forcing bars in when you're doing these roll cages. Like if you're fitting a bar, you want to be hammering them in, because what that does is distort the roll cage, and it makes it all lopsided, and then it won't be symmetrical anymore. But basically, this bar is just sitting in there. Another thing I want to point out is how tight the gaps are. All the gaps on these roll cages that we do, whether I'm doing it or my guys are doing it, they know that to make the gaps super, super tight. And the tighter the gap, the better the weld. So when you see roll cages of really nice welds, they got their gaps really, really tight. It takes some practice to be able to do that, but in the long run, if you're the welder doing the roll cage, you're going to see it's going to be way, way easier to weld, and the end result is going to look real good. But anyways, that's the visor bar. That turned out real nice. And this is that other bar I was mentioning before. This is the wraparound horseshoe that I call it. But as you see, it wraps around here. It's going to be right over the top of the back seat. I put a little kick in it too, just to give it a little bit of flair there, more than just a straight bend there. But it'll kick right above the seat. And what's going to happen now is we're going to intersect a straight tube from the back of this main hoop in line with the A-pillar bar, and it's going to be in line with the upright tube that's going to go right down on top of the frame rail there. So they're all going to be in line. Then basically after that, all the tubes that are going to be left are going to be mainly straight, except for the ones in the trunk. There's going to be 2 bars going back, 1 simple bend, and that's really it. These bars will be straight. A side bar, we'll put a rocker bar in there. They'll be straight. So the hard part of this roll cage is really done right now. Now we can really rock and roll and get to welding and just fit these straight tubes, which won't take long at all. We wanted to make this one the final part of the roll cage build, but looks like we'll have a part 3. But no big deal. But another thing I want to point out too, I have my buddy Gary. He's in Oswego. He's got an upholstery shop. He did this headliner for me. Did a really nice job. If you're gonna, take the effort to put you a nice roll cage in the car, I would recommend put you a new headliner in there, because once this roll cage is in here, you're never going to be able to put a headliner in there, especially how tight we put the roll cages. But it's just good practice. We like to do that. If it's going to be a street car, we usually put all new headliners in, and then we build the roll cage. But hopefully next week we'll have the rest of this cage done, or we're on a good portion of it, and you'll see the real design of it by then. But I think you got a good idea how it's going to turn out, and I'm pretty stoked with it, because it's nice and tight to the body. That's how we do all of them, and it's turned out exactly how I envisioned it. Now we're going to come to the front here. Got a couple nice little items that I got from my guys over here at TRZ Motorsports in Florida. Man, these guys are awesome. These guys are always hooking me up, man. I've been buying parts from these guys for years, and their product is high quality, and I recommend them highly. But I bought these drop spindles for them from these guys, and so they're going to be what's going to help us lower the car down with these drop spindles. And another thing that I got from them too, which I buy a lot from them, I bought for many cars, is this brake system, this brake adapter with the Strange master cylinder. So it's got their logo on it, but this thing fits nice. I mean, you don't have to do no modification to this or anything. I've put this on many cars from them, and they got quick service. These guys, they're great. So I highly recommend, if you guys need anything as far as spindles, chassis components, if we don't make them, we're a dealer for them. Call them up, call us up, and we can get you what you need from them guys. But yeah, pretty soon here we're going to be putting the front suspension on, and once we get the cage in there, it's just a matter of doing the shock mounts for the rear suspension, and this thing's going to be a roller. So we spent a couple hard days on this. This thing will be rolling, and then after that, it's we're going to put on a rotisserie, and then we're going to paint the underneath, paint the cage, and from that point on, man, it's all bolt on. Really, I mean, we'll knock this out pretty quick. That's when I'll get real excited, and I'll have more energy to work on this. You know, we're still working on it at night, so it's getting kind of hard to work on this thing. You know, with everything we got going on at the shop here, and we got some pretty cool projects actually going on here at the shop. And what we're going to do is we're going to roll right into those projects with some videos. I've already talked to a few of my customers, and they're stoked about us doing videos of their project, and you'll get to see those right after this Nova build. But maybe in this video too, I got some clips of welding some intercoolers. We're doing a twin turbo big block Chevy build in a C10 truck for one of our customers, good customer of ours. And I welded that this weekend, so I made some welding clips of that. Maybe we'll throw that in, or maybe we'll wait to show you that build, and maybe I'll slip them in. But we'll see how that goes. But yeah, man, stay tuned, man, because we got some other cool projects coming up, and you're gonna see some really cool videos on what we're doing on these other cars. I mean, we got another one, mini tub on a Camaro. That's gonna be really neat. We're doing a full chassis. I want to say a full chassis, 3/4 chassis on another 71 Nova, and that one's going to be real slick. And we're going to show you how from start to finish on that one. But that's it for this video. Next week, hopefully we got the cage wrapped up. We'll show you that. And again, thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe, and we'll see you guys on the next one.